Prophet TB Joshua prophecy 8 years ago about Russia's and Ukraine war finally came to pass. The prophecy was given even when there was no situation on ground as at then. Even despite his death, his prophecy is still currently working. According to the late Prophet TB Joshua, he said, "Great war is coming against them in Russia. I don't know where the war is coming from, so pray for them because their leaders will face greater oppositions and the opposition will be so much that it may exclude sin, and that will turn the nations to one another." Details in the video.
And they have to pray for the nations, Russia, because I'm seeing great war is coming against them. I don't know where the war come from. Because their leader will face greater opposition, and the opposition will be so much that it may excuse him, and that will turn the nation to another thing.
Well, on the other hand, the truth about the anticipated invasions of Ukraine by Russians, what Pastor Chris said is not also far from the truth. In his words, it is no longer news that one of the stories dominated the global conversation right now is that the anticipated invasions of Ukraine by Russia. The question is, what is the truth behind the whole conversations and how will these things eventually play out? Pastor Chris provides insightful answers to those questions during his sections of the ongoing Your Loved World Special Season 5. Watch these videos except to learn more and share your thoughts with the world in the comment section. Details in the video.
The funny thing that's happening today with the Western nations crying foul at Russia. They are looking for relevance. That's the point. They're trying to make Russia the scapegoat as they did during the elections, creating fraudulent security information about Russia's intended invasion of Ukraine. And it's two things that are actually happening. Number one is it's fraudulent. Number two is they're actually sending a signal. They are inviting Putin. They are inviting him. They are inviting him. And they're actually saying, the coded language is, if you invade Ukraine, nothing will happen. So they're actually showing him why they're giving the whole world the information, this fraudulent information that if he does anything, he's going to face the music. They're going to take actions. Come on. These are the most feckless and toothless political class we've ever had. I'll show you from the Bible. I'm not giving you my personal description of them. No, no, no. The Bible shows they're feckless and toothless. They're saying, and I can tell you, if Putin went into Ukraine, none of those nations will fight. United States will not fight. France will not fight. All those European nations will not fight. It will happen like it took over Crimea. The threats to Russia are actually nonsensical. And the president of Ukraine said to them, please take actions against Russia now. Release the sanctions. Let's know what the sanctions will be. Let them know exactly what's going to happen so that they don't even dare come. And they said, no, we will only declare sanctions when the planes are actually flying and the bombs have begun. What's that? How many bombs would Russia need to silence Ukraine?
Having said what he said, everything seems to be playing out according to his explanation. The Ukraine president has rejected US President Joe Biden's offer to be evacuated out of the capital Kyiv as Russian forces attempt to close it on the capitals after a barrage of airstrikes on the cities and military bases. In the Ukrainian president's words, he said,
Всім добрий вечір. Лідер фракції тут, голова офісу.
"The fight is here. I need ammunition, not a ride." According to the senior American intelligence officials with the direct knowledge of the conversation. Earlier on, Zelensky said in his television speech, "The night they launch an assault, the enemy will use all of their powers on all fronts to break our defense. This night we have to stand our ground. The fate of Ukraine is being decided now." Last Friday, a second Russia 76 military transport plane were shot down near Teska, 50 miles south of Kyiv, according to the two American security officials. The conversation between Biden and Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, comes after a video showing him in his military tent during coffees with his men. The US security official said the president of Ukraine, Zelensky, whom 3 years ago was a comedian and actor, personally coordinated the defense of Kyiv from his military tent. Biden has authorized the release of $350 million of the military assistance to the Ukraine, while France and Poland have agreed to send ammunition and defense systems as at the time of this report. Our deepest concern as Plan B TV team are to those of Nigerians and other Africans who have been denied access to Poland borders.
This is the gate of the border, and people are not going in. Many people have been here for 4 days, different countries, no matter who you are. The soldiers are not even letting anybody in, except Ukrainians, babies, and their mothers. That's all. Nobody else is going in, no matter who you are. They're not asking you any question, they're not requesting anything, not requesting any identification. And there is no embassy from Nigeria or representative here to help. We call them and they say they cannot do anything, they don't have the registration to come to the gate. So we are just here. Many of us have been here for 5 days, some for 4 days, some for 3 days, some for 2 days, and this gate is closed and there is no way in down to the hall of this place.
However, moments after the Polish ambassadors to Nigeria denied the claim Nigerians and other African nationals have been denied access into Poland from Ukraine. While speaking to the press on Friday, she mentioned that some Nigerians have crossed over to Poland.
Crossing the border from the Ukraine, everybody receives equal treatment, and I can assure you that I have reports that already some Nigerian nationals have indeed crossed the border to Poland. They have 15 days to leave the country or to find other provisions for themselves. Everything has been communicated to your embassy in Warsaw, and Nigerian nationals have crossed the border along with other African nationals. So everybody receives equal treatment, I can assure you of that. Even invalid documents allow people to pass. COVID protocols have been lifted. So please, if you can give me the details of those persons who claim that they have been turned back, their passport numbers. Here I have charts that I'm unable to share with you, but we have every citizen listed, every single person. So if you give me the details, passport number, name, surname, and date of birth, I can check that for you. So I assure you that we are taking every possible step. And I know that it is a time of worry, of concern.
Moment after her press release statements that none of Nigerians and Africans are stuck in their borders, there were videos evidence which surfaced and stated otherwise. Well, on the other hand, a Nigerian man at the border insists Ukrainian authorities had denied blacks from crossing into Poland. In an audio recording, the Nigerian man mentioned that the Ukrainian authorities are carrying out the orders of the president that says no male between the age of 18 to 60 should be allowed out of the countries. Male within the age bracket are expected to join the Ukrainian military to fight the Russians. The Nigerian man also mentioned that black women and their children are also not being allowed to cross border. Details in the video.
Actually, we are at the Ukrainian side of the border that connects us to Polish side of the border. Both of them are not far away from each other. They're not up to 1 minute away from each other by distance. But the Ukrainians are the ones that have blocked this border, not allowing us to cross to get to the Poland side, because there was an order given by the president not to allow people from 18 years to 60 years, male to cross, that they should come and fight. But we are foreigners. All other foreigners are here, both Nigerians and other. They're not allowing us to go. Even our the black women are not allowed to go. Even with their kids, they are not allowed to cross the border. We need the Nigerian authorities to talk to the Ukrainian people to allow the Nigerians to identify themselves and cross through this border and get to the Poland side of the border and get our way back to Nigeria.
Well, to round it up, a photo of the clergyman Apostle Johnson Suleman offering prayers to God for peace to be restored in warring Ukraine and Russia has surfaced online. The clergyman can be seen on his knee praying for the countries for peace. The Nigerian, however, has reacted to the photos. Many have asked the man of God to leave Ukraine and concentrate on the Nigerians that are stuck there and urge the federal government to evacuate them immediately. Well, speaking about the federal government to arrange for the evacuations of the Nigerians who are stranded in the Ukraine have seems to be abortive, and all efforts for the Nigerian government seems to be lame and weak. This is us from the Plan B TV team, assuming that it is because there is no son or daughters of the elites that have been stuck in the Ukraine. If not, the federal government would have been pressured or hastened to evacuate the Nigerians who are stranded in the border. So what do you guys think about this and how the Nigerian government, or what do you think about the prophecy of the late Prophet TV Joshua's and the statement of Chris Oyakhilome about the whole scenario? I really want to hear from you guys in the comment sections. Thank you very much for watching our video to the very end. If our whole subscribers, thank you for always coming back to watch our videos from Facebook, from YouTube. We really appreciate everyone that is supporting us. If it's the first time of coming across our videos, why not take a moment of your time to visit our platform and follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. This is the only way you can support us, by sharing and commenting and giving your view about these specific videos. Until we meet again, stay tuned, Plan B TV. Peace out.
Don't forget to subscribe to get notified. And as you share your support, now say God bless you too.
Sense on the bed.
Plan B TV, Plan B TV, Plan B TV. Oh, Plan B TV, Plan B TV, Plan B TV, Plan B TV.